From my observations of the police, the ambulance, the fire crew, the first responders, from what I can tell, the police are overstaffed with way too many police officers standing around doing nothing whatsoever to help anyone at any given scene. But the ambulance are so underfunded. Like, they're going to bring like an ambulance from Brisbane for something here in Caboolture. So where's the equality? Where's the levelling? Where's the government's head at when they prioritise bashing and beating people with police forces and weapons, attacking our aged, our children, but they can't fund the ambulance service to what they need? How ridiculous is that from our government? Here we are in Caboolture with a 73-year-old lady with COVID declining, ringing us frantic because she's stressing out that she's, going to die. We called 000 to get an ambulance. Nearly an hour later, still no one's turned up. I've seen 3 police cars pass straight down the road here, but not one ambulance. How pathetic is that? That the government can fund the police to get all this shit, but not enough ambulances to help people. How pathetic, Queensland government. Boys and girls, it looks like I'm going to have to bail on this little rescue effort with Nana. We've been over the hour mark already, waiting for an ambulance for a seriously ill 73-year-old lady. I was actually going to get my QP9s from the police. Still getting the police run around at the moment. Like, you can't get them from here, you got to get them from there. But luckily, the lady at Burpengate was so nice. I've never seen a lady working the front counter at a police station be so nice. So she advised us that we don't go to the station where we're charged at. You don't go to the Caboolture police station, for God's sake. You go back to the watch house again. Oh my God. That's where the public prosecutions are at. So I'm going to bail from here. My son's coming to get me, and then we're going up there to get them, if they'll let us. Okay, here comes the rescue mission now, coming to get me before the prosecution office close. My legend of a son. Okay, so we'll pause it there till we get up to the station. Okay, we're back in Cabo after a little divert. Go and get me QP9s from the watch house, back where they fucking disease-riddled me. And dirty dogs. Let's go see what they got to say, hey? It's so pathetic that an elderly lady that's paid taxes, millions of dollars in taxes, all of her life, requires a service from an ambulance, and she's made to wait nearly 4 hours now. Nearly 4 fucking hours for medical help. How ridiculous is that? We can't take her to the emergency room because you wait even longer there. But you ring 000, okay, for an ambulance. 4 hours and still nothing. Okay, so nearly 4 hours later, I can hear more sirens going down a main road. Probably to a traffic crash where some idiot's bumped his head. Yet we can't get an ambulance here to a dying old lady. How pathetic. I am just so irate and disgusted at the moment to be in Queensland. It is just, I can't put it into words. I'm just that irate. They can attend every little bump where someone's had a fender bender, bumped into each other, but they can't come to an actual spot where a lady needs medical help. She's sitting here on the chair suffering. Nearly 4 hours. How pathetic. All I can say is, what if it's your mother sitting here dying, waiting on an ambulance, and she had to wait 4 hours? 4 hours for an ambulance that still has not turned up yet. I think you can all tell by the clip how dark it's getting. how long I've been here waiting for an ambulance. As you seen in one of my other videos just the other night, dickhead bumped his head on a pole. Bang, an ambulance there straight away. Straight away. Within minutes, mate. And this is just around the corner from there. Yet they can't get one here. How pathetic. So 4 hours plus. Someone's ringing the ambulance back up again like 4 hours later and they still not have turned up. And I got it wrong. It's not a 73-year-old lady. It's a 75-year-old lady that they still not have attended. So it just goes to show Australia, don't get old because they won't help you. Okay, here's the kicker. We just ran the Queensland ambulance service back up to find out what the hell's going on. Like hours have passed. You should be able to tell, okay? We're not allowed to transport her to the hospital, but they will not come and get her. Can anyone see a problem there? We're not allowed to take a sick lady to hospital, but they're spending hours refusing to come and get her when we've heard sirens everywhere around here, but here. Okay, so after I think it's going on 5 hours now, the lady's really deteriorating to the point where she's on her back, she can't sit up, she's feeling like she's gonna fucking die, and the ambulance still hasn't turned up. We've rang them 3 times, but we're on to the 4th one. This is starting to get serious, guys. Fucking pull your finger out. Come on. It's getting beyond a joke. It's like someone has to die before an ambulance will turn up. For an elderly lady, guys. An elderly lady. And they just don't care. They just don't give a shit at all. 4 phone calls to the ambulance station saying, you know, she's going downhill. She's going downhill. Now she's on her back and they still have not attended. How pathetic. How pathetic is this? The old lady's starting to give up hope on the ambulance turning up to help her. How pathetic. You know, this many hours later, she's given up hope that she's ever going to get help. Just rather stay at home and die by herself than the government try and help her. Pathetic. Hey people, this shit's just gone on way too long. 2 o'clock we got here and called an ambulance straight away. Triple O. Like fucking triple O. Okay, no one's turned up. So I'm going to head up to the ambulance station and see how many ambos are sitting up there doing nothing while there's a sick 75-year-old lady down here waiting for an ambulance. So I'll leave it there. I'll be back. Okay, so we've just been down to left Grandma's place to come up to the ambulance station to see how many ambulances are actually up here. And look, an elderly lady waiting for medical treatment, yet all these ambulances are sitting here. A 75-year-old lady waiting on medical help. And look, standing around doing nothing. Look, they're laughing, having a good time, but they're not going anywhere. Look, this lady's down the road dying and they're all up here doing nothing. What a fucking joke. The ambulance station, by the footage you can see, there's what, 5 ambulances sitting there, but no one.
Yeah, look at that.
No one. Oh, another illegal turn. No one is responding to the call of an elderly lady, half dead and dying. How pathetic. And they're not going anywhere near Grandma. Look at that. The old lady's still waiting. We're heading back to the ambulance station again. But they're going everywhere else but her. So after our little trip down to the ambulance station to find out, you know, what the is going on, the ambulance station's finally ran back and gone, it's probably quicker for you to take her to the hospital. Even though they told us we're not allowed to take her to the hospital, they're telling us to divert the law and do what we've got to do to get her to the hospital. That tells you that there's a sense of urgency when they're telling you to do that, but why can't they turn up? The latest development is Queensland Ambulance Service are not turning up after a 000 call. They are not attending this address. They advised us to take the lady to hospital even though she's half dead. They are not coming out to pick her up. How pathetic. Everyone can tell we've made multiple upon multiple phone calls to the Queensland Ambulance Service. Been there twice in person. And they still have not attended. How's that?